Powered by Riverside FM.
There you go.
There we go.
Damn.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, good evening, good night.
Rise up, everybody.
Man, one day we're gonna have a band playing that live, like a Saturday Night Live. You know what I'm saying? What's up,
Right.
Ely?
What's up, bro? Mo Fanua?
Man, you know what it is. Busy week, but first of all,
Dr. Ofisa?
shout out to Dr. Ofisa, baby, for coming on to the podcast, interviewing with Ely. Y'all seen it? It's posted all over our platform. Appreciate, good to know. Man, I wish I was in Idaho right now, but when I do come out to Seattle, we will try to make a trip out there to Idaho to get adjusted, realigned.
Exactly. We can make it that drive out there. Come to Seattle, we'll drive out there to Idaho.
I know, man. But we are going to jump first to our business highlight, spotlight. You know what I'm saying? This week, we want to give a shout out to Charlene Lewis from Washington State. If you need a house, you need a home, that's who you contact. She gives out advice, financial advice. She's really good with numbers, man. You can find Charlene Lewis on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. She also got her link in bio. The link in bio says Lost Samoan, because she's a lost Samoan. So shout out to you, Charlene. This week we had a busy week in the whole U.S. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump is now officially the president of the U.S. And Ely, what we got going on, man? We got a few topics. We're going to be covering Tulsi Gabbard. We're going to be covering Kash, Patel, and of course RFK Jr. There you go, man. And how do you want to do this, cousin? Do you want to play through the video and we have a video review on this one, or do you want to just jump right to what you have to say? Because the first one that you sent out was Kash. Kash Patel. Tell us about him for those that don't know what's going on, cuz.
Play the video real quick.
Cool. That's what we're going to do. Let me see here.
Because how long is that video? It's not that long. This is a
It is
funny
about
one.
4 and 19 minutes. You want to jump into that one first?
Yeah. That one's
All
funny.
right. And that one right there, y'all can see it right there, man. Shout out to Sky News Australia. Our folks from Australia. Shout out to Fanua. Yes, sir. Anyways, disclaimer, what we have playing, that's not our stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is just for entertainment purposes. Seek professional advice. And we do not own none of this.
Exactly. And we don't represent any parties, right, bro?
Yeah, for real, man. We're straight non-biased. Well, at least we're trying to be non-biased. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, at the end of the day, we just want to have a discussion from us Samoans.
There we
Two
go.
cousins. Just our own personal opinion. Let me rewind that one more back. She's saying Joe Rogan, no?
Joe Pat.
Oh, Joe Pat. Damn.
Pause right there, dude.
Where am I at? That dude just... It's no wonder why Donald Trump picked him, huh? They got the same attitude.
The fact that he told her straight up, you got 2 minutes. You've been doing your homework and stuff. This guy is straightforward. And a little history with him, I believe he started off as a federal prosecutor, and he then went to the Pentagon as chief of staff. And then I'm sure he did something else after that, but now he's been appointed as the director of FBI. But I just wanted to start off with this one because I just thought how hilarious, because the whole week during these nominations and the interviews, what you call those? The confirmation hearing. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just got senators just going at it back and forth. There's a whole bunch of videos on there, but this guy came out classic. It's like basically, hey, you got 2 minutes. Ask me whatever you want, but you got 2 minutes because this is I believe this is the 5-minute round. So I just wanted to share that. But go ahead and start playing.
Yeah, this is just for the readers, guys.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So what I got out of this video is, you know, when people, it's not just this hearing, it's when, you know, how social media these days, how we like to just take certain context from people's video or what they're saying and just put it out and maybe changing the narrative, unless you really go back to the original footage or the video or, you know, the MP3 with, and listen to the whole thing and see why they said it or, you know, what they really actually meant. But that's why Kash Patel, he said what he said on there. And a lot of this, I wanted to compare to what social media is going on. You know, a lot of people are taking things out of context or just misrepresenting what people are trying to say. This is all over, you know, TikTok, Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram. What did you think about it?
Well, I haven't heard about this one until you hit me up on this one. So I didn't really get any chance for Kash Patel, like who this guy is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't really familiar who he was. He's an American attorney and a former federal prosecutor known
Okay.
for his role in national security, and he's association with former President Donald Trump. What else do we got here? He earned a bachelor's in arts from the University of Richmond and his Juris Doctor and he's Juris Doctor from Base University. So the guy's pretty much established. But throughout his career, Patel has been staunch defender of Trump and a vocal critic of the FBI. He has downplayed the significance of classified document found at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Do you know about that one? The Mar-a-Lago estate? Yeah.
Yeah, he just got a
Classified.
history. Yeah.
He's got
He just brought a lot of stuff out of the, you know, basically a lot of stuff that was buried. So Kash Patel is one of the guys who just brought everything to surface.
like Tulsi Gabbard and everybody.
That's why I believe, because those three nominees, Kash
Yeah.
Patel, RFK, and Tulsi Gabbard, are the main ones that that they don't want in there, especially RFK and Kash Patel, because of what they know and what they
What they stand for.
expose. Yeah, what they stand for. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, Kash Patel, because I think he'll get in. What do you think? I mean, even though you don't know much, but
I just want to know a little bit more about this guy, so I got this one that you shared us. Let's check this one out. Kind of breaks it down a little bit. Just gonna jump right to it. Okay, so that's what you were talking about. So she's about to get into it because she's one of those that did not like him always bashing the FBI. Hey, cousin, real quick. I believe also, and it could be allegedly, that Donald Trump is talking about banning the FBI.
no.
It was one of those, one of the departments that, or is it the CSI or the whatever? So
What do you mean
never
when
mind.
you say banning? Okay.
Or just cutting them off completely. I recall it was just like, we don't need this because isn't the FBI or the CIA?
I think, no, what he wants, what he keeps saying is he does not want to weaponize them. He allegedly claiming,
because they're the ones
Democrats
also,
in the past.
and they're also the ones that the FBI is the one that, you know, the rumors are that they're actually the ones that's allowing the Cortez, the drugs to come into the, you know, all that whole thing with the whole assassination, all that stuff. Like the FBI always covers all that stuff up. So could that be the reason? Like, you know, these are like the department that's actually sweeping everything under the rug, and at time, getting the victims end up being like innocent people and just using other people, but covering what the truth behind it. Is that what we're going at with this guy Kash Patel and stuff? He's like kind of shining a light on it.
Yes, sir.
Dang. So what do you think about that, cuz? Now that they're going to like social media, so that's what you were talking about. I'm like, The evidence that they're using is from posts.
Yeah. Well, she's just trying to get him to admit to what he was saying on social media. He's like, well, I wrote it. They just want him to answer yes or no.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just answering, well, that's the post that was there that you're reading.
And there goes YouTube with their damn freaking advertisement fitting it in. Does she realize that every podcast always disclaimer that that's their own personal opinion? Like, golly.
But she's going in.
Yeah, she's just like, all her thing was off of a podcast.
You're catching that, huh?
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's how I'm just forward to where he can talk now, because we already know she's just continually utilizing stuff. And then, of course, I mean, she's trying to argue something. That's anybody has personal opinions. There you go. Oh, shot from a podcast.
Damn.
Dude, that's why I forwarded it, man. Because this is entertaining. Hey, he ain't lying, though. I want my 3 minutes, too.
Listen.
That's like regular folks, like we're at work doing the same thing, talking shit. You know what I mean?
The fact that everyone has 7 minutes, you heard them, they have 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
She went over, and he just let her without even, there was no control. That's why those guys were really upset and just annoyed. You can see they're like, man, you just let her go and not stop her. 7 minutes. Now you've taken away from other people who are on the panel to ask the questions that they need to ask or say something. So I just found that so hilarious, because if you go on TikTok stuff, there's that one clip how you saw Senator Kennedy.
So she made a meme. She
There's a lot
made
of
it to
memes
the
on
meme.
all that stuff, man. Bailey, it's funny as hell, man. I'm glad you watched this too. It's funny.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like he said, ask the 30,000, whatever the number was.
300,000, he said, law enforcement. Yeah.
Oh my God! Ask them, the ones that are actually that voted him in. So, the people have spoken, and sometimes people just need to move on. That's what us Samoans feel like. The word has been spoken. move on to the next one, man. Sheesh.
Like, enough. We're done. Let's move on. We know how you feel.
Yeah, man. So before we move on to the next one, what is your conclusion?
I think he's going to get voted through because it's there's 3 Republicans that might not vote for him. So who knows? It might be a tie, just like I forgot who had. Pete. I forgot his last name, but Secretary of State. It might be a tie, and the Vice President might have to break that tie. But I think this guy is going to go through, and I think he'll do all right if he's like exposing stuff that should be exposed. That's what folks are looking at. If you're sweeping things under the rug, it's time to pick up the dirt and check out what's going on. And that's basically all in a nutshell what he's going to do. He said he's bipartisan, and he's just going to do his job. And so that's my take on this. I think it might be a while they hold the vote to vote him in. Maybe next week they'll vote him in, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think. I honestly don't know. This is my first time actually looking into this. You're basically our expert when it comes to
I know expert, bro.
Well, when it comes to us, the Uce, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know more than I do, because like I said, I slowly getting involved, because it does matter, right? But good luck on that. Good luck on whoever. If that's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to tune in. But to the listeners, let us know if you think he's going to make it. Is he going to get voted in or not? Let us know, and hook your boy Morphanua up with some info too, so I can understand more about these stuff. But next one, we are going to jump right to our girl. Well, see, I just said we were like non-biased. Anyway, the next candidate that we're going to go ahead and look at is Tulsi Gabbard, guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's see right here. So the one that you sent me was off of a news. So let's see what we got here. I forwarded it right.
The last one I sent you.
Okay, you want to play that one? The one on X. The one on X. Gotcha.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Mm-hmm. And again, all these videos are we just reviewing it and just having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, drop a file move. Yo.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Yo, drop a file move. And y'all Samoans better stand up.
Expand your video, bro.
What? Oh, don't worry about that. When it comes to the editing, shoot.
I don't care.
Oh, you want to see it?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Don't worry about it.
Right there?
No, go back. Just go back. Sorry about that.
What were you talking about?
Right on the video with... No, not me. The video,
this.
Yes, there we go.
Let's hear that again, yo. Hear the facts, motherfuckers. Hello. Amen.
What do you think about the introduction?
That was powerful. That was powerful, man. That's crazy.
Her background in a nutshell. And I know, you know how when he said, first American Samoa born, I think I saw in Congress, I believe I saw a comment on one of the thread saying that she's not the first American Samoan in Congress.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Well, you know, people always, because, you know, they think about Congressman Andy Famileo Venga. Yeah. They think of him. And so, you know, I just wanted to bring that up. You know, God rest his soul. He was such a great congressman representing. But then I think other people mentioning, well, she was the first American Samoan that can vote in Congress, because being a congressman from American Samoa, you don't have voting rights. But I mean, just the fact that the way he introduced her and made that a point, American Samoa should be proud. Yeah. This is a very high appointee, a nomination for anyone from American Samoa. So, kudos to Lieutenant Colonel Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah,
man. I'm sorry, y'all, but we're being biased on this one.
No, it's just being proud.
Yeah, proud. It still sounds biased. It still sounds biased, yo. I'm trying to look up something because I keep saying that, right? Because I know that in the statement that the percentage-wise, American Samoan descendants are the ones that one of if not the highest, but within the top highest recruiting, and it is for the reserve. Because, you know, it's only the Army Reserve out there, so they recruit pretty heavy on that one.
Oh, yes.
You know, and that's, like we talked about before, that's what we were like, what? Well, at least for me, my personal opinion, that's why I said, man, she ain't a traitor. She ain't a spy. Like, it's in their code. To me, it always goes back to, like, America, we're so used to, like, one race being leading this whole time. As the different minorities are taking up, you know, the opportunity to lead and become leaders in our great nation, people just not accustomed to it. And they forget that we come from different backgrounds in the way we approach stuff. And loyalty is one of our big things, you know? So shout out to Tulsi Gabbard.
Again, they haven't voted on it yet. So hopefully next week they'll vote. A lot, there's talk that this is the one appointed that they are worried about that might not make it through.
Well, the only way we can get that done is for us listeners who follow Tulsi Gabbard or want to give the woman the chance to, you know, there's been some that you sent out, right? That you can go talk to your own senator and let them know, voice your opinion that you do want her in the seat and stuff like that. But there's so many. I mean, these three names are very popular right now on social media. So.
Right.
Don't take our. We're just like two Samoans that are like, hey, we want to have a say so too. How we feel about things, Joe. And the way I feel Mofanua is, yeah, she deserves a chance. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong. Disagree with me too, Ely. I feel like, well, if the VP had an opportunity to be a vice president, she never had the pedigree and background to do the same thing. What's the difference of having Tulsi be appointed for this position that Donald Trump given her?
I mean,
She's not the first.
Yeah, get a chance. Give her a chance. Give everybody a chance. If they don't do it, then let them go.
Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump, he's going to fire people if they're not doing the job. He's already did a lot already in the less than like a week and stuff. So many has been, you're fired. You fired.
He's treating it, he is treating it like it's a public sector. I'm just like, this is crazy. But a lot of that firing is going to be challenged, so
yeah,
we'll see. But good luck, Tulsi Gabbard.
We're rooting for you. I'll do my part. Contact my Kentucky senator or representative and do my part to put in a good word for you. Even with the Uce too community, we will do our part. You know what, Ely, if you don't mind, to put that stuff together so we can like put a poll up or something to help make this happen. I don't know. Or those that are tuning in, let's check out the comment here. There's a lot of people on right now, by the way. To our audience, help us push this out for Tulsi. And we're gonna go from there, man.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. We're just saying.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. To each its own. Your decision. But imagine the world.
Go for it. Imagine what?
That's kind of sad. I mean, that's what you're hearing, huh? And like, she's one that's most likely not going to have the opportunity to.
Well, hopefully, yeah, that's the big thing. I mean, one of the senators is your senator, Mitch McConnell, and so we'll see. But that's the word out there. But we will know for sure next week. But I believe one of the 4 Republican who's always against it may have turned, and he sent it on Twitter. So we'll see. But
yeah, the main one, the one that you sent me earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That he said and they're trying to do hers in a closed door to where the Senate, so Trump can get his way. And
a lot of sneaky shit going on out there, man.
For real, man. And why does this matter to the Uce Podcast? Why does it matter, Ely?
It matters because we just want to make sure. I don't know why it matters. You tell me why it matters.
Well,
it's
you know why it
important
matters
what's
to
going
me?
on.
It matters to me because my vote and my voice, my Social Security, because that's what we're known for, not by your name in America, but by numbers, it matters. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying tax. So I want my voice and my opinion to matter. That's why it matters. And if I don't even put in, an effort for it, and this is what happens. For also all the Democrats that didn't vote for Kamala, yeah, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? You guys are all bitching and moaning the fact that Donald Trump is in seat right now, simply because you didn't do your part. And I'm just giving that as an example.
Yeah, people say they don't want to vote. They never voted in their life. Those are the ones that shouldn't be talking right now because they didn't go vote. Voting does matter.
Yeah, but it's always the one that don't do none of these, the ones that talk all the time.
Yeah, so what's going on in the world right now, it's very important. Just like tomorrow, the tariffs go into effect for China and Mexico, I think the 25%. So we're going to see about that.
That tariff thing, I still don't understand it. Like I mean, from here, this is what I understand about the tariff thing. It's charging international businesses when they're importing stuff to our country, they're getting a tax on top of it because they never got taxed before, and we're the only one of the countries in the world that doesn't do that. But when we ship any of our products outside international, everybody just tax the crap out of us. That's my understanding of it.
Someone who is a subject matter expert on the tariffs, educate us, because there's a lot of talks out there saying that because the 25% is going into effect tomorrow, that things are going to be more expensive coming into the United States. Things are going to go up. You're going to pay more because it's now being taxed. So I believe things that like, from Temu, how cheap it is. Watch the prices on that. A lot of things that made in China, it's going to be more expensive. So the companies who are buying from them, just like what you said, Mofunua, everything's going to come in, and the companies are just going to have to raise the price to cover their 25% that's being charged. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See if how that benefits the middle class, the lower class, and people out there saying it's only going to benefit the rich people, those 2%ers. But I know that there's a bill. I don't know what the HR number is that they want to put in there. The White House want to put in there where the taxes, no tax for the American people. The paychecks, no tax on tips and all that stuff. So the bill's going to be introduced, I think, real soon. I got to look at the bill. You got to remind me so I can look the actual bill and look into it. But maybe that would help out. Maybe that's what the goal is. If they stop taxing our paychecks, then all that money that used to be taxed can go back into, the economy. We'll see about that. I ain't no subject matter expert.
Interesting, man. That's going to be an interesting one to see if it actually happened, because I've read that it takes, they're saying that it's possible that the bill can get passed. We're talking about the tax now. Excuse me. The earliest it can happen is sometimes like towards the end of the year, because normally it'll take a whole year before Biden's party with the tax that the current one has, to expire, where the newcomer comes in and then implements theirs, right? But it's going to be interesting to see how that all works out, because speaking of taxes, man, when I got paid, I'm looking at them like, why am I paying so much for, and this is just me, this is my own personal opinion. Why am I paying for Medicaid? And one of my buddies are like, Yoangi, a.k.a. John, was like, well, for those people in need. I'm like, well, shit, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? I got 100 first cousins that need help, my help. Like, I got a good health insurance. Why do I need to pay extra? That it's just stuff like that just doesn't make no sense to me. Like, I'm okay to there should be a waiver fee. Like a waiver form to where you can waive yourself. Like, no, I don't want to owe, because somebody said that, oh, it's for your Social Security. Bitch, I ain't gonna get my Social Security when I retire. You know what I'm saying?
You probably be dead by the time. And then you be punished when you take out your Social Security before a certain age. So,
my point is like there's always these excuses. We are in an age where there's so many people that can make a living without relying on corporate or the government funds. And I know that's what Donald Trump stands for. Not that I didn't vote for Trump, by the way, y'all. In case people be like, man, these guys are just all about Trump. No, I didn't vote for him. I actually voted for Kamala. And why did I do that? Because I just wanted a different opportunity. I'm not a political person. I was like, what? Shit. I was just thinking of like, well, Queen Elizabeth and all these other leaders, they did a good job with it. The Queen of Tonga, they did a good job. Well, sure, let's give a woman a chance. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how San Francisco feels about her.
her area. Is she from Oakland? So,
Or the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Regardless how the California people feel about her. I'm just like, give somebody a chance, But But yeah, I'm just like, that would be nice to see that if it really does. You know, only time can tell, right?
Well, let's talk about your guy.
RFK Jr. I finally got it right. This one right here, yeah, we're gonna close it out with RFK Jr. and how he got bashed. You know, he's very known. Did you see that one where his own cousin?
Oh yeah.
His own cousin. And by the way, that song "Sweet Caroline," that's it was from her. She was the original. That's Caroline. That whatever the singer was, what's his name? That rock.
He was
dude,
the singer was singing to her, about her.
Yeah, it was when Neil something or what it's not ringing in my head, but the song was written because he was at something, and he's like, wow, look at her, man, that's such a sweetheart. You know how everybody just loved the Kennedys and stuff at that time. So he was inspired, and then he wrote a song, Sweet Caroline, and that's where it came from. Allegedly, I could be wrong, but that's just what I know.
I was going to say, I never heard that, but that's pretty cool if it is, what you're saying.
Look it up, y'all. Look it up, and I hope I'm right, but look it up. Yep.
I think it's Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. Yeah, he was inspired by that stuff. Yep. So, because you watched it, you can look that up while I play this one. Okay, we get it. Affiliated marketing. Yeah. I mean, you got to bring up. You still want to listen to this whole thing before?
No. She's just going on and on and on.
We'll just go on. Yeah, because it's just. I'm sorry. I'm cutting it a little bit forward because to this is like, if you're a motivational speaker, we all know everybody gets paid for that. So her first question kind of threw me off. I'm like, I mean, what was the Democrat? What's her name? Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi, yep.
Everybody knows everybody in the Senate and whoever is in leader is going to get something. We all know that. That's not a good enough argument. What is she talking about? She's talking about after, because we know that he's suing these drug companies. And then, of course, if he wins, he's going to give me... What is she getting at, though?
She's trying to get him to say, you're not going to sue. That's what I'm hearing. This is just me hearing. Are you going to commit not to suing the drug company? But she keeps rambling on. It's just... she don't let him finish answering her question. Yeah. Then she piles up with another question. Like, let the man answer, then.
But he's been getting that for a lot of them. There was a lot of them that every time Robert F. Kennedy goes up, same with Tulsi, same with the other guy, it was like, there's never a time for them to explain themselves. They always just want to bash them with their histories and this was said and that was said, and they're not giving the people the right. And again, guys, this is why you still want to listen to this?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because there's time when
the world is going. Go ahead, carry on.
That's why when we listen to these hearings, it's like, answer your question and then let the person answer. You keep cutting the person off. It gets annoying. And all these the candidate nominees, they've been holding their ground. They just sit there and let the senators, basically raise their voices, start yelling at them and screaming and asking question upon question. It's like, imagine if that was me. I would be like, may I answer the first one before you ask the next one? And they kept on, which one you want me to answer? You want me to answer the first one, the second, third, or the last one you just asked? Like, damn.
No, I get it. And that's why, and the main media still doesn't get it. Like, that old tactic doesn't work anymore because podcasts, social media, what do you call it? Those people that are social media figures, like people are tuning into that. Mm-hmm. And able to at least hear whoever the group is coming on the platform to have a conversation, allowing them to speak. Because that's why you brought them on. People are tuning in to RFK, Tulsi, and the other guy, Kash. They're not tuning in to the senators and hearing them taking up the whole show. Because I think that's what a lot of us, I want to say a lot of us, myself, when I'm listening to somebody, I'm like, I don't know who that is, then I'll just turn it off. Because I don't want to hear them bickering. I don't want to say bicker, it just doesn't make no sense. I would love to see like Candace Owens or just a whole bunch of the young ones come up there and be the ones asking the questions. Because at least we know that that's coming from curiosity. Like, well, why did you do it? Or why is this? Why is that? And just let them speak, you know? I think that's why a lot of the young ones are catching a lot of fame. Somebody like, and I'm going to go pivot left, somebody like Taylor Swift, a singer. Her innocent and just her just being herself character gravitates a lot of her fans. You know, as you know, she's very popular. Why does that happen? Because there's a lot of innocent girls or women now can relate to her. You know, so it's about relatability, right? I mean, that's at least how I feel.
No, everything's relatable. That's very valid. Like you mentioned earlier about, who people want to listen to. They're listening to more of the independent news, people who have their podcasts, people who are influencers on social media. That's where they rather hear from those individuals and then actually hearing from, like you said, the senators. Now the senators are trying to get up hip with all the social media stuff, because it used to be allegedly controlled media. Everything was controlled allegedly. It was only certain media that can enter these rooms. But now all are invited. Just like the White House briefing, you see how packed it is right now? The first briefing, I mean, I haven't seen that room so crowded in a long time, but allegedly over 300 or 400 media folks, their passes were revoked, and now they got it all back. So, yeah.
And that's how it should be. It's so far. Well, we'll fight. We'll see as the year or the months pass by. Right? We will see.
And I hope Robert F. Kennedy. Wish him luck. Hopefully he gets through. They give him an opportunity. Everyone deserves a chance, and let's see this man make America healthy again. I guess the whole Maha. I think they're just really going after him, Tulsi, because they were former Democrats. Now they're eating their own. I mean, what happened to just how about leave the Democrat and Republican aside and just think about the people? The people are the ones that put you in. This is the government's people. This is not your government. Like you mentioned earlier, all these senators, they come in there supposed to serve the people, and then all of a sudden their interest goes different, and then money. They come out richer than they went in, allegedly. That's what a lot of people are talking about. But this country, the people is for the people. And close out on this whole RFK situation. I wish him the best. What do you think about it?
Well, I'm just going to kind of piggyback on what you're saying. Like when you say that allegedly that a lot of them is going off of it. Yeah, we know, but the popular names that we mentioned are making a living off of this, right? Mm-hmm. But somebody like AOG, she's like an advocate of like, she's not going to take no bribes. She's trying to do the right thing. Shout out to her. The only thing about her, she just kind of pivoted me to the left is when she talked about my girl, Tulsi Gabbard. Other than that, I'm back to where I can see her stands for it. But at the same time, for me, I'm like, well, you're in the seat of power. And if you're not willing to take that for yourself and it kind of sucks to just be that one stand person, right? To try to do the right thing. Like, our country has been so used to corruption. Well, the world, we've seen it. Corruption has been there that everybody's just like, what am I trying to say here? Like so immune to it. It's like when, I can only describe it like when living in the hood, when you hear gunshots, you don't even duck. You just kind of go like it's nothing. Like you just kind of check to see, like, is that nearby? And it's just like a normal thing, or somebody dead. You see like the Hennessy, remember in the Bay in Hunters Point, like you walk out, like, oh, somebody died right there. And the only reason why you know that because there's like $100 bills, Hennessy bottles on the sidewalk. And that's what I'm like, to me, I'm like, wow, with all these new changes, it's kind of surreal. I mean, the three people that President Trump has picked that's a cool diversity. That's what I see. You gotta, I don't know if he's Indian, Kash is Indian or Egyptian or whatever. You know, I don't know what nationality he is, but so, you know, with Tulsi being Samoan and then Robert F. Kennedy being an American, I mean, a white person, it's pretty cool to see diversity in there. So, what do I think about all this? Hopefully, I just want to see at the end of the race, see how they do.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to clean up a lot. It doesn't matter, even if they get it. That's a lot of stuff that they got to clean up on, and of course, you won't see their work done until the next person comes in, and it kind of sucks because now you got somebody maybe corrupted, fuck that whole shit up, and then you see all the good thing for a little bit, but that person ends up being like praised. I don't know. That's where I'm at with that.
Hey, let me go back on the Neil Diamond, the Sweet Caroline. So I'm reading off of the American Songwriter, behind the meaning and woman of Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline. Though it was always believed that Neil Diamond's 1969 anthem Sweet Caroline was about the daughter of late President John F. Kennedy, he initially revealed that the woman behind the song was his wife at the time.
Aww.
Or was it? Hey, not done. So his wife's name, Marsha. Oh my gosh, this thing just covered it. Oh well. He was writing a song in Memphis, Tennessee for a session. Revealed Diamond. I needed a 3-syllable name. The song was about my wife at the time. Her name was Marsha, and I couldn't get a Marsha rhyme. The story doesn't end there. Previously, Diamond said that Caroline Kennedy had nothing to do with the inspiration behind the track, but the real meaning behind the song was inspired by an innocent, sweet photograph Diamond saw of the then president's daughter as a child. After Diamond's 2000 performance of the song at Caroline Kennedy's 50th party, he later said the song was about the early photograph he saw of her in a magazine.
Yeah.
That's a cool, I never knew about that.
You're welcome. Like I said, y'all mofanua just knows here, this and that, like little bits that I can't be able to describe the whole thing, but I did hear it.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah. And we're going to end it with do you have posts, motivational posts for us today before we end this night?
True success isn't climbing the highest mountain. It's helping others reach their peaks too.
Yeah. Tell me about it, man. I wish that our circle understands that but unfortunately we live in a world where even the people that you're close to don't see your dreams, you know? Like, and that's such a powerful saying right there, man. But hey, look at us.
We're building our community, bro. Just keep that dream forward. And the main important thing is we have the dream. We talked about it, but now we're already acting on it. And the main important thing is action. It's all about our action, and we're doing it. We're here live. We're doing our live. We're still doing our interviews with our guests. And so
yeah, we're hitting the milestone, though. You know, and just a call to action to everybody tuning in. Even we appreciate y'all for tuning into the live, but also once this is mastered and going to our podcast, because it's growing numbers. We urgently ask you to share our podcast, our channel, our YouTube channel, our Facebook, our TikTok, and IG, because to reach us, we're trying to hit these following subscription. So if you can help us share the message out there, that we would greatly appreciate it. Yeah. And don't forget, man, we only got like about 10 more of these in stock. The red hat, the white Uce, you know. Purchase it on our whiteuce.com. That will help us grow and elevate.
Amen.
For real. But you know what? I was going to close it out real quick, but I was going back to how you were saying medicine, right? That Robert F. Kennedy, with the whole him, if he does become in that position, and to fight for medicine. I was going off of like Dr. Ofisa's, how he said that you don't need ibuprofen or Motrin. Sometimes you gotta let your body, take care of itself.
Heal. Yeah.
And we're so, and I'm a believer in that. I truly a believer in that, because that's why they're attacking everybody, even with Tulsi Gabbard and Kash. It's like they're standing on the true value of life, but we have all these, whoever these rich people are, whoever these imagination people we keep talking about, that's been tearing them down because of money and power. It's just nice to see literally change actually happening and bringing like people that's not out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And our government, it's like they're like pulling teeth. They're really at edge with it. I mean, look at the reaction. Just the way they're just like, there's no more class allowing other people to talk, and it's reality that's showing. And that's one thing I'm so grateful for our country, because you see the bad, the ugly, and the good. You know what I'm saying? And our government is a great example of that. They're not perfect. They're not perfect, but they're trying to figure this shit out too, baby. You know what I mean? So hats off to all of them. All of them. Hats off to all of them.
They're trying to figure out the mess that they created.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's decades of stuff that they have to fix. So, yeah.
That's what I got out of it. I feel like both parties are trying their beliefs, but then of course there's always those people, and you know it, we know it, everybody knows it. Whether you're at work, your family, your relationship, there's always somebody that's going to try to tear you down, man. But all we can say to you all, if you need a place to help you elevate, to help stimulate your mind and bring some joy and positive, tune into the Uce Podcast.
Come on board with us. Come talk to us. We can talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. It's a healthy thing to do.
And I'm Morphanua.
And I'm Ely.
Two cousins in America, where we belong. Join the journey.